Welcome to the Reality Check. Today we are joined by Ben and Kirsty.
Hello.
Husband and wife.
Hello.
Loved ones. Little bit of a different setup today. CJ isn't here. He's visiting the clinic again. So how did you guys meet?
Oh, cool.
So we met in jail.
You met in jail?
In jail, yeah.
As
So
in prison?
in prison, yeah, in the prison. So we worked in the prison.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were on the right side of the bars.
So we met in prison. We worked there I was there when I was 19. I started the job and it was a delightful 6 years. And then I met this one.
It wasn't that delightful.
It wasn't. Then I met this wonderful man at the gym.
What were you doing in jail?
So I was working on the landings. I was just like a screw.
Were you
Wait,
Jax?
so you were like controlling the prison officers?
fat.
No, prison guards or the prisoners?
Yeah. So I was like
No way.
front line.
Can you fight?
Yeah, I can fight, but not very well. The first day, it might have been the second day. The second day I was in the jail, I was on the landings and I was standing in the wrong place and a bucket of shit and from the third landing landed straight onto me. It
Drenched you.
the smell and the taste literally still in my...
The taste?
Yeah, because you don't expect it.
You're used to that now though, right?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. It was just preparing me for later life. That was like my initiation to see if I would actually come back.
Did he help clean the poo off of you?
I didn't know it.
He didn't know me then. That was like my second day.
Okay, and did you get you obviously?
I never got. No.
Were you in the same role?
Yeah, we're in the same jail.
Were you the person that threw?
I bagged it up.
To get my attention.
Well, she's fit. Have that. I worked in the gyms.
Okay.
And she wanted to be a gym screw. So I was a gym screw, right?
Yeah.
Because I was a fat screw.
We had 1,200 prisoners. There was about 800 of them were lifers. So it was a very long-term jail, which is actually, people go, oh, how did you get on with that? But they're the easiest type of prisoner to look after because they're quite settled. The population's a lot older. Yeah. So they're a bit more mature and they're not quite so, volatile. But if it goes off, it really goes off. And it did a few times when I was there, especially in the gym, and I can tell you about one of them. But and then she wanted to be a gym screw. So she come down and I was like, quite fit,
But we actually met in the fighting bit, didn't we?
Oh, control and restraint. Yeah.
So it was like hands on, bend each other up, and
how to restrain prisoners and stuff. And I was teaching her how to do that.
You're choking her and then
choking me.
Yeah. What would you do if I did this? And
was she offering
orgasm.
Positions?
Yeah.
That's it. But I was actually quite fat at the time, so he helped me.
And she smoked.
Yeah, I smoked.
And I was like, oh man, damn.
Yeah.
As I was like rolling up,
Yeah. So that put me off.
But no, you taught me for like a couple of years, didn't you? And then before you know it, we were having sex in the jail and
in the jail.
Yeah.
Where did you have sex?
Allegedly.
In the cupboard.
Allegedly, where did you have sex in prison?
In any cupboard that we could get in.
Cupboard?
Because we had all the keys. So every key to the doors were the same. So you would just lock yourself in and then go at it.
Into a cupboard?
Or a room.
Storerooms,
Storeroom like a cupboard.
Where was the best place that you guys...
Did we do it in the shower? In the gyms? Or was that with someone else?
Did you drop the soap?
I don't remember that.
Did you drop the soap?
There's less of that goes on than you'd think.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely. I've only heard it a few times, and that was on the nonce wing.
The nonce wing?
Yeah, so all the nonces get put into one section, right? So if you're they call it a VP wing, Rule 45. If you are a vulnerable prisoner, you'll be put... Vulnerable means that you're likely to get beaten up by people on the main locations.
So they protect them?
Yeah. So they protect them, put them all in the one place.
Why?
Because they'll get eaten alive.
Because they've got a duty of care to look after people.
Even
though they're wrong.
Even if we might not agree with it.
Yeah, even if
so are they protected from the other prisoners?
They literally have a different routine.
They have an entire whole wing.
Yeah.
And there's a ranking system within their system as well. So you've got the worst type of nonces.
What's the worst criminal you've ever seen?
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Multiple child offenders.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But they'll only get 6 years.
They won't get what they deserve.
No.
Genuinely.
Why is that?
Do you not know why?
Yeah, because crimes against property and the state costs more than crimes against people.
Yeah.
Cost you more than
I think it's because a lot of politicians are nonsense.
gonna
And
say,
so they
yeah.
changed the laws.
Yeah,
so
like the
that
BBC and
these
nonsense.
geezers is getting away with it. That BBC guy.
Yeah.
So he got zero. He got zero. Then there was a woman that said, "This isn't England anymore," and she got 3 years. 3 years, and they were letting out nonsense earlier, and 18% of them have now reoffended.
They're like arresting people for what they say on Twitter now,
Yep.
aren't they?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we got to be careful.
How did you guys? So you guys do swinging, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we left the jail.
we left the jail. We had a bit of a. So you left because you wanted to leave because you wanted to go and do a degree. I left because I pulled my kneecap off in the in an Olympic lifting competition. So I was with the lads, right? There was about 60 lads in the prison. I got on really well with them because we had a good relationship in the actual gym. They looked up to us in a good way, you know. So we got on well. I was doing an Olympic lifting competition with them. I did I think it was like 130 kilo split jerk under, and I pulled my kneecap right off, and it was up. And I was on the floor screaming my head off because of the pain and stuff. I think I broke 3 or 4 ligaments in there. Jesus. And kneecap was up here. And all the lads were so good, you know, and they were going, "Ben, don't worry about it, mate. You'll be all right. You'll be all right." And they called the ambulance. I was out, I was out 18 months, and I never went back.
18
Yeah,
months,
so-
yeah. They put it on, when they sewed it back on, they put it in the wrong place. It was 3 centimetres too high. Now, if it's 3 millimetres too high, it's going to twist your back out, twist your hips out because of how everything connects and slings. And so I was just in agony because everything was sort of out all the time. You can see my knees are different now.
Yeah.
They're very
So
different.
how?
So basically, we left the gym and he got like medically retired, so to
I
speak.
got a medical discharge.
And then we opened up the gym.
Yeah.
So you popped your knee out, and then you thought, "Let's go fuck some other people."
And then, basically, we moved in together. We realised that we were quite kinky and open-minded and...
Because our relationships prior to each other were a bit boring, a bit vanilla.
Very vanilla.
What is up with all these prison guards being swingers? That Linda D'Souza is a swinger as well.
Oh, yeah, so she just got...
Oh, man, she was...
She's
She's going to jail now, isn't she?
Did she get jail?
I think she's going to jail.
She
Do
got
you know what?
caught.
Yeah, I don't really... We watched that. We were watching that quite deeply, and we couldn't help but think she'd been compromised in some way. For her to do that on camera
Looked like
and
she
look at
loved
the
it,
camera...
mate.
Yeah, she did look like she enjoyed it, but
She did. But I don't know her, but we know of the couple.
we know
don't
of the
we?
couple when they've been in.
Well,
they've been
no, we
swinging
know
quite a
her.
while.
Oh,
We know
do
her.
you? Oh.
One of us know her very well.
Oh.
Not us.
So you know the real story.
Yeah, she was loving it.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
all right.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
But yeah, so you left the gym, you left the prison,
Yep.
Yeah.
started the gym.
Yep.
And then
What,
decided...
got married?
No, so
No.
we were just...
We were living together for quite a while, and
Just
how we started swinging was she went out with her mate, and her mate was a bit younger than you, wasn't she? Little
Chanel.
Allegedly Chanel. Anyway, I picked them up. They were both drunk, and then she said to me, "She's really drunk. I think she should sleep in with us for safety."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
So then I went, exactly. I went, "Oh, all right, babe." And I positioned myself in the middle.
In the middle.
And then pretended to go asleep. So and then one had to get one side and one had to get the other. And then, it all started sort of going off. And it was quite soft swing. It wasn't crazy swing. It was a bit soft.
It was our first ever threesome, wasn't it,
Yeah.
really?
And then she threw up all over the bed.
Oh.
So that wasn't,
Yeah.
that's not the only time that happened.
Well, at least it
with
wasn't
people,
all over the bed.
Yeah, it wasn't shitting all over, yeah.
But yeah, so that was how we started thinking,
Yeah, and then
actually,
we were like,
really like this.
That was all right, that. Yeah, let's...
And you never
I'm sure
had
you thought
like
that was all right.
you never had like second thoughts on it, or felt like one of you might cheat or pass the boundary.
That's something I think to be intelligent, you have to always be really open and honest about it. If there's a single lie at any level, it don't work. If there's a secret to being a successful swinger, is absolutely no lies at whatsoever level.
I like how you said that.
What about like, have you ever like slept with someone and thought, "Wow, this is better than when we sleep together"?
With respect to everyone else who I've slept with, no, she's the best.
Yeah, well,
I said that to you, didn't I? I'm
Yeah,
like,
so
it's not
you
the
have to
same.
say that.
No,
swinging
genuinely,
is
her is not.
my
It's very
vagi-
different than everyone else.
like this.
It's just,
No, but
like attraction wise, like, have you ever slept with someone who's like super attractive and then you're like,
yeah.
What, in the swinging clubs?
No, not in the swinging clubs.
So in the swinging clubs, right? It's not all. It all sounds amazing, but it really isn't.
So amazing. We go 90%. We can filter out and go, no, definitely not for us. And then depends on the club that you go to, will depend on the quality of the clientele that's in it. Yeah. But sometimes we've been to the roughest clubs and had the best nights. We just click with a couple that are, you know, fairly attractive and whatever, and we've had a really, really good night because there's no. But you go to some of the top clubs in London, and there's sometimes a bit of drugs about that we don't want to be involved in, and sometimes there's just the type of people that are there. They're just a bit arrogant or whatever.
Do you never get insecure and think, well, he's got a much bigger than me?
No, because I'm normally misses.
Oh, fair.
No, but I mean, with that,
he's always having a better time than me. I'm trying to think
true.
of a good experience I've had swinging.
Happening.
That's true.
And it's like,
I normally enjoy it more than she does.
Yeah, he's having the time of his life, and I'm just
personally,
thinking,
the sort of someone shagging my partner would drive me mentally insane. I'd think I'd go insane. Just thinking about them giving her pleasure and more pleasure than I could do would make me go crazy.
But it's not.
It's not pleasure. If we're in a swinging club, if we're together, we're making love, and it's very different.
Very different.
So that's just being naughty, right?
What's different about it?
Because it's a connection.
There's no like emotional connection.
There's no energy exchange.
You're just being naughty in a club.
Yeah.
Do you not think like your body is like such a private part of you, and that you shouldn't share it around with other people? No.
Well,
I can't imagine many adult content creators thinking that their body's completely private.
Yeah, but this was before we was a content creator, so we swung before doing any of the OnlyFans stuff.
I think you'd be lying if any man would be saying, no, it's completely fine, I haven't got any level of anxiety or anything like that. They're lying. Yeah. Right? The questions, you know, cross your mind, and then that's when you probably have to really be open and communicate and get that little.
So have you ever had those? So have you had those conversations before?
Yeah, we definitely had conversations.
How do they go? What would you like ask?
Well, because you stage how quickly you open things up. What are we happy with, right? So if you're, like I said, if you're really honest with people and right from the very beginning and say, look, we're only happy with this and maybe no kissing and no penetration, and okay, we're just doing that tonight.
Yeah, but what if you've had an experience and then you get a bit of anxiety or insecurity afterwards? What kind of conversations would you have to reassure yourself?
I don't think we ever have.
Never.
I sometimes I've asked the question, was that as good as mine?
The answer's no.
And he's always gone no. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's just,
we just don't lie to each other. So we can if the trust is there, the trust is there.
You did say someone's was as tight as mine. I can't remember who it was.
It might have been all right.
Oh, maybe. No. It wasn't.
God.
It wasn't. It was a. I don't know. I can't remember. It would have been someone that hasn't had kids.
So you guys have had a lot of orgies, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the big orgy you've had?
Oh Christ, that was in the club.
Yeah, that was like 20 people.
There was 20 people on a bed. There was probably about 100 odd people watching. That was in the
boudoir. What was the ratio?
Wait. 20 people on a bed?
Yeah.
How big is this bed?
The bed was about 6 beds together.
Same as
6
this
doubles
room.
together. It's about the same, maybe bigger than this room. Yeah.
And then you got the people around it with their out just watching.
Like 100 people watching.
Yeah,
no
women.
doubt.
In a room this size?
No. The bed was the room this size.
Yeah.
It's a big bed, man.
Yeah, like they were like 6 bolted together. It was huge.
But some parts of the bed were like so wet. It's just like,
man.
Wet with what? Jizz.
Fluids.
Sweat. It's quite warm. So Le Boudoir, have you ever been to Le Boudoir? Heard of Le Boudoir?
Don't know what that is.
So it's a club in central London. It's a swinging club. And the old club I preferred. It was on 3 levels and there was like dungeons and shit at the bottom. Then there was like a normal club. You'd walk in and you wouldn't know the difference.
Nice.
It's really, really nice club. And then upstairs was just beds and big open spaces, dark rooms with just like netting curtains around and stuff like that.
What's the difference now?
I'm not saying it's a bad club or anything like that.
They just moved premises.
I just preferred the old club.
Okay.
You know, it's just to me, it was classier.
Are you not worried about like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are worried. That's why we're safe.
Yeah, you have like certs. If anything, actually, as a swinger, we probably wasn't as safe as we should have been until we went to, as a content creator, we get our certs done every 2-3 weeks. How we didn't catch anything in the swinger's life, I have no idea. Like, we just wasn't very aware of it, like as in
you're
home
aware of
tests
it, but I just
and
think we
anything
weren't
like
probably
that.
taking it as seriously as we should.
No.
And we were
Whereas now-
fine.
I also think other swingers may take it like quite
Yeah,
carefully.
like now,
yeah.
yeah. If we went to a swingers place now, like literally you do swabs before, after. I go to London every 2-3
Yeah, we
weeks.
get tested all the time. But
Back then, it didn't. I think because we were so new, we just didn't even think about it.
What would you do if you were doing swinging and someone's condom broke without you realizing it,
Oh my god!
and you got pregnant? 'Cause that's very.
well, that's a question for you to answer, isn't it?
That's a real. No, and what if you got someone pregnant and they wanted to keep it?
Oh, yeah,
We're
that's
coming after our
That's
money.
the risk, isn't it? But don't you think that sometimes that level of risk is what makes everything what makes it good as well? Because it's so risky. I'm not saying that that's going to be a good outcome, but that
No, I do understand.
raises the level of the risk, and
Well, that doesn't turn me
that's
on.
why
at
naughty
all.
is good.
Yeah.
That risk doesn't turn me on.
No, it doesn't turn me on.
Do you know, again,
Yeah, I could
back then, I don't think I was thinking like that. Whereas now, when it comes to content creation and swinging, I do think about that.
Well, you've turned pleasure into business, so you
Yeah,
think of
so
it from a different
yeah,
light.
super safe.
I think when you're younger, you're just like anything goes. You don't think about the consequences. Whereas now, it's kind of a bit like, oh, okay.
So you guys said that you have kind of boundaries and rules that you guys set to each other.
Did
have.
Oh, there's none now.
Well, literally the boundaries and the rules are you don't lie.
yeah, if you're
So you
that's
can
it.
do whatever you want.
So
Yeah,
he could go out tonight, have sex with someone, come back and be
She
like, I had
sent
sex.
me out to have.
That's different though. That's different.
No. But
Please do
there's
it.
no boundary. You could get another girlfriend and that'd be fine.
No,
No, we
because the
did have-
boundary's emotion. If there's
Okay, so there are boundaries.
Yeah, an emotional boundary. Yeah, we don't get emotionally involved with anybody else. That's for us.
There is a rule actually saying that he can't go and have sex with the same person twice,
More than twice.
more than twice,
Yeah.
because that's when feelings.
Specify.
Yeah, that's when feelings and emotions kind of like get.
I think feelings and emotions come from talking to the person for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Not having sex twice.
Yeah,
You could text
okay.
someone for like and call them for like 1 month straight and have to them once and you'd start to get feelings.
I had FWBs for years, hardly spoke to them. We just met to have sex. Didn't feel a thing towards them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But some people have different control of their emotions. Granted, they might have felt something, but for me personally, no, I don't feel anything.
That's quite interesting.
So have any of you ever caught feelings for anyone else
No.
during this? No?
Absolutely.
Nah.
Like, I just really put off. Like with he was having more fun than I was. I got with a lot of old men. I had definitely pulled the short straw a lot of the time.
We hear that from swinging couples often.
Yeah, but I
A lot of the men are punching normally
Yeah.
in those clubs. A lot of the men.
Who wanted to do swinging more at the start out of you two?
Shock.
Yeah, probably me. Yeah.
Shock.
I was quite naive. I didn't know there was these sex clubs. He was like, yeah, we're going to a sex club. And I was like,
She backed out. So I booked up. We paid for hotels in London, paid for the tickets to go to Killing Kittens a couple of times, and then we were and she backed out a couple of times.
I was like, no.
I was like, right, f- this, we ain't doing it again. I'm not paying this money and not doing anything.
How much is it?
I think it was like 80 quid a ticket. I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. It was like the travel and
Yeah.
the hotel being cost. It could be
It's a £500 night.
Well,
easily.
also, you're obviously looking forward to it,
Yeah,
and then you're getting blue balled.
yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
Literally.
It's
That's
mad, isn't it?
exactly.
She don't understand blue balls either.
No, I don't.
No.
Do you
Gets mad
find
about
that doing swinging has helped you keep your sex life going?
I don't think it doesn't. It didn't need help to keep going.
So
was
you
the
think
thing.
that if you hadn't have slept with anyone else up until now, you guys would still have the same life? You'd still be as interested in sleeping with each other as you are now?
For me, yeah.
What
I was
about
just
you?
thinking that. Like, I've never
I don't know.
really
It's a
thought
good
about
question.
it.
I've never really thought about that, but yeah, I can't. For me, I couldn't have seen that.
I
change.
think if we stopped having sex with other people now,
wouldn't bother.
it
me
wouldn't
at all.
bother. It wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I think
I think I'm done. Like,
you've done it in reverse.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of couples, they date, they get bored, then they start swinging. Whereas you were like, we're young, we want to experience this,
Yeah.
have fun together, do it. As you get older, you're probably going to stop. Then you
Well,
might start
nothing
again.
becomes new.
you get to a point where
No,
you go, what do we do now?
Really? Oh, okay.
But we had an
My orgy.
with Tommy Slade, Gem and
Gem and
Daz.
Daz.
I think we're gonna.
What's his like? Isn't it like?
Oh my god, it's so thick. Like, it's so thick, isn't it? Like, I got throat from it because, because he's so wide and so big.
He's going to love this.
It went to places in my throat that nothing else has ever been to. And it made me so poorly. Like, I got tonsillitis really badly from it. And
wait, so how do you feel hearing about that?
He filmed it. He filmed me doing it with another girl. So
it doesn't bother me at all.
At all?
No, because she's filmed, like, we've had quite a few girls around to film videos with just me, and they have not been involved with Kirsty or anything like that, and she's sitting there filming it.
So how do you feel when people say you can't truly like each other if you're happy hearing those kind of things?
How would they ever know that?
Do you not feel like you want to be a bit more protective? Do you not feel like sharing your partner ruins the relationship that you guys have, the individual relationship that you have?
No, it hasn't. It never has.
no, because work sex and sex with other people is completely different to my husband. Like, me and Tommy Slade had sex in front of him, but like it was just different.
So a lot of relationships are based off the fact that the only intimacy they have is with one another. So that builds a trust and that builds sort of the connection stronger. Are you saying it's built your connection stronger having sex with other people?
No, you just said the only intimacy is still between us. What depends on your definition of intimacy.
Okay, so it's subjective, you're saying.
It's just purely physical.
It's like more like animalistic.
Yeah.
It's
performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand it fully. I understand it.
But you're hearing your partner say that this has gone into parts of her throat that she's it must play on your mind. Those words would haunt me, you know. I hear that from my partner and be like, well, my dick's not been there. Well, where the f is this part? I need to find it.
I think this podcast is going to ruin some future relationships for you.
Because they could try it as well.
Yeah, I feel like it would definitely make me feel insecure. I don't know how I would process it going forward in the relationship.
Yeah, everyone's brain chemistry is built different. Everyone's connection is different. Yeah. Everyone's boundaries are different.
I think what's his name? David Goggins. He talks about building calluses within your mind, and that only happens over a long period of time, right? So we've been swinging for quite a while, and then your boundaries just get a little bit pushed, and then what you were saying and going, I don't think I could handle that. I can look back and go, what was I ever worried about? You know, over a period of time, not like I've built calluses in my mind, but you understand the processes once you've seen all the steps that have come in. And
if you're happy with each other doing whatever you want, what is like individual to your relationship? What do you have that, you know, you don't share with other people?
Intimacy.
Yeah.
So we don't make love with no one else.
No.
Okay, so
it's a completely different thing.
Other than just sex, what do you have?
We spend most of the time, we don't have hours, like we don't have 12-hour shifts where we go off and not see each other or anything like that. We're together a lot.
We're like best friends.
Yeah,
like,
all the time.
Like some husbands and wives, they can't wait to get away from their husband. They can't wait to go out with the girls, or they can't wait to go out with the guys. Like, we literally are joined at the hip, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're like
how do you feel you would react if you kept the same lifestyle whilst in a long distance relationship?
Oh, it's so different. I don't think that would work as well. That would play on my mind, I think, if it was long distance. When you say long distance, you mean like not seeing each other for like a couple of weeks at a time?
Yeah, a week, 2 weeks.
To me, that's not a relationship.
Okay.
I really don't. You know, I understand that's how some couples have to operate and stuff, and that can work, but wouldn't work for me.
So I even think if we had normal jobs, so to speak, and we weren't together as much, I think it wouldn't be the same.
So being together and having each other's attention 24/7 is what keeps your mind at ease. Because I feel like
maybe.
I feel like if you were in a relationship that wasn't open, that wasn't you having sex with other people, you'd feel more comfortable with long distance.
I don't know. We're still really affectionate with each other all of the time. Been together for quite a long time, and like we notice it. Like when we're out and about, I'll meet up with you, or I see her in the gym or something like that. I'll go up and give her a kiss and a cuddle every single time.
Yeah, that's what a relationship.
Slap me on the tit.
Well, I see lots of other couples in the same and they don't even acknowledge each other sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get that's how a relationship should be.
Well, that's what I was asking. Do you think that because you've done swinging, you've kept your?
I wouldn't change the path, if That's what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, do you think it's kept your, like, what's the word that you just said? Affection open, like carrying on. Do you think it would have died off because you would have kind of got bored of each other?
Well, you think like we met each other in the prison service. When you work away and you're with that person 80-90% of the time, you do make connections with other people.
Yeah.
So I can see why.
Most relationships start in the workplace, don't they?
So us being together a lot and doing everything basically together, I think has kept the affection there between us.
Yeah. No, I would have thought that would have done the opposite. You spent so much time together.
Yeah, but then he doesn't.
You kind of take it for granted.
No, not that. That depends on the person.
What do you enjoy about watching her with another man?
I used to enjoy it a lot more. Now it's nonchalant. It doesn't matter.
Back then, what did you enjoy?
Do you know what, right? The thing that turns me on the most is her being turned on. You like, if you're with someone and you're thinking, oh, what I'm doing is just not doing it for her. It doesn't do anything for you or for me anyway. I'm not enjoying the fact that she's not enjoying it. So if I see her really turned on, that turns me on.
So you say
similar type of thing.
So that but saying that means in order for her to be really turned on, it would have had to be with other people.
No, that's the stag and vixen dynamic, right? Yeah. So I watched quite a few different podcasts, right, and they're always talking about this. Oh, you're a cuck. People don't understand what the terminology actually is. That's my wife going to have a superior male. And I'm going to sit here and go, well, thank you very much. You're so superior. Well done for pleasuring her. And that's right. The stag and vixen dynamic's completely different. I enjoy watching her. She enjoys watching me. Yeah, that might have gone a little bit now, but we still don't not enjoy it. You know, it's fine. But now we film the content and we're much more professional about it.
Yeah.
I still enjoy watching you with another woman. Yeah. I don't know why. It turns me on.
What turns you on about it?
Turns me on that someone else can turn him on, but he's still mine. Like, he gets to go home with me at the end of the day.
Do you not want to be the one that turns him on?
Well, you said right at the beginning, you like the fact that other women like me.
Yeah. So at the gym or wherever we are, he gets the attention, and I like the fact that other women want him, but he chose me. Aww.
Coerced. Blackmailed.
Yeah, but you said chose me, like, in what regard? Because obviously he's still sleeping with these other women.
Yeah, but not just going off and not just sleeping with them. Like,
do you not find it would be more kind of valuable if he kept himself just for you?
No.
See, I'm not saying anything you're saying is wrong, and I don't disagree with anything. And if we ever went back to just monogamy between us, I'm super happy with that as well. I've said it quite a few times together, haven't we? Like, if that all stopped tomorrow, no problem. I've got no issue, and I see the value in that in between relationships and in societies and everything like that. I'm not saying that what we're doing is perfect. I can argue it both ways, to be honest. And what you're saying, I would completely agree with. I wouldn't argue against what you're saying at all.
Why don't you go back to monogamy?
We probably will at some point.
Yeah, I think you will.
Yeah, I think we will. But at the moment, so obviously we went from swinging, just kind of like letting loose, then creating content for money, which we still do now. But I think if we went back to swinging, we would be more picky in regards to who we go with, because now we've made connections with other like good-looking couples that do similar things. I think
it almost sounds like you've changed your mindset about this. You no longer really want to do it.
No, it's no. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just, I'm not bothered about it. It's not like the turn on that it used to be. It's like
so where
if you've been a kid in a sweet shop and then you've sampled all the sweets. Do you really want to go? Okay, I've sampled all the sweets.
I'm the best sweet.
I've got my sweet.
But where does it end then? If you're saying you did it out of excitement and lust, and now you're used to it.
Look, now we monetize it, right? Money. We monetized it and we do really well out of it. And we're looking at monetizing other things, and we've started up we're going to start up in a YouTube channel where we're going to document what we're doing in a big American motorhome that we're going to live in now. So we are looking to do other things like that, but not to say we're going to stop that and wouldn't stop it instantly. But, like I said, if it stopped tomorrow, okay, cool. I'm not that bothered about if it had to stop.
It sounds like you two have got a relationship, but you're also best friends, which is very rare in relationships.
100% we are, yeah.
because you can't always be yourself. You can't open up. You can't say stuff. The amount of guys and girls I know that are in relationships, and when you're with them and their missus or their boyfriend comes in, they're like, you can't say anything.
Who's to blame in that situation, do you think?
The people doing stuff that are passing the boundaries of the partner.
Who slept with more of the opposite sex out of you two?
I have. I'm older.
Since you started swinging.
Oh, good question.
Oh.
You probably, actually. I think so.
Yeah, so...
It's her that sells the content. I'm not stupid, you know, like, so...
The first 2 years of OnlyFans, it was just me and him.
Yeah.
And then I think last year when I saw you guys, I was just starting to collab with other people, other guys, and I was prolific. Like, we was out every weekend.
Yeah,
I was guys, girls, we were filming, we were just trying to get the content.
We've been to other countries now to do it as well.
Yeah, and it was... But this year, for example, I've slept with 6 guys. One of them is my husband, and it's October. So it's, I'm not...
Declined.
I'm not going as hard at it because...
It's declined, and we've changed how we're doing things and more, you know, being more professional about it. And
So
definitely more...
Just through experience.
I 100% see where you're coming from. I love it. I think it's great. You guys are happy. But it also could sound like you, in order to do it, you needed to drink, you needed to do stuff in order to do it.
Maybe at first.
But do you not think
swinging.
what happened is you've just molded your mind in a way that's bad for you?
No, I think we would have always would have always experimented with that kind of thing anyway.
So that was...
We didn't have to have alcohol.
But you just sort of got... but you did have alcohol.
At
that's
first
the
we
thing.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but I don't know if we had to.
But,
you know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you not think your brain has just got used to doing it, which isn't good?
We are used to doing it.
I don't think that would have been from the alcohol, though. I think they have desensitized themselves to...
Yeah.
No, not from the alcohol. I'm saying they in order to cope with it, they used alcohol.
I don't think they needed to cope with it. I think they
to
wanted
cope.
to do it, but I think
was
now...
being around everyone that was doing it, we was like, yeah, we'll join in.
Maybe Dutch courage at first.
Yeah.
I think you desensitize yourselves to it, and now that your relationship has progressed, you're starting to want to pull away from it. You're starting to want to detach yourselves from that kind of scene. Because
I see and appreciate the value in monogamy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to on anyone that thinks that polygamy is everything and we should all be moving that way. Not at all.
Yeah.
You know.
So if you could go back, is there anything you would change that you guys have done?
No. Maybe, would you go back to Finland?
Oh, God.
Tell you about Finland.
So we'll go from what happened in Finland.
Yeah, go on, you start Finland.
So we got contacted by a guy, an American guy from Finland with his wife, and they were like, we want you guys to come over and be part of our live shows. I don't know if you ever heard of like Chatterbait.
Chatterbait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were like...
So they're like basically one of the top earning couples on Chatterbait.
Yeah,
So they said, look, we're going to pay you X amount. We'll fly you out. We'll accommodate you. We'll feed you.
They're just the dream. Like, yeah, we'll give you everything. We'll come get you.
To be fair, they did. They were
they
good,
delivered in that respect.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're looking and I'm going, okay, look, they're spending this much on us. They've got to be killing it. I want to go out there and learn. So it doesn't matter what go. I just want to learn what they're doing. And we did learn absolutely tons.
How much did they spend on you coming out?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for one day?
That's for 2 4-hour shows.
2 4-hour shows.
And on those 4-hour shows, you have for maybe 3/4 of an hour.
Okay.
So the rest of it is all hype. So the guy, he's a hype guy, right? So the show would start. He's got a huge audience, and I don't know if you've ever been on Chatterbait, but you tip. You put these tokens in and tip, and the money comes in, and and they've got this. They had this game. Well, I don't want to give away too many secrets about the game or anything like that because that's on them. But this game was 10 minutes long that they played, and they made $4,000 in 10 minutes. Over the entire night, they made about 15 grand.
Wow.
It was unbelievable seeing the tips come in.
They do that?
They were doing that 20 nights in a row.
20 nights in a row. So basically, me and him were there, and there was another girl. They worked on an escort list.
300 grand.
They made 1.5 in the previous tax year.
What do you mean? Million?
Oh, yeah. They weren't full of...
No, their house, everything
that
everything
was legit. They had a lot of money.
But they were working off an escort list, weren't they?
Yeah.
So they had other girls, and basically the girls would be picked up from the airport.
Yeah.
They would be on the TV, on the show, and then the next girl would be picked up and dropped
You seen the hype guys in America in the NBA, and they're hyping up the crowd and everything like that. It was basically one of them.
How many people did you have in the chat in the live show? It was
10, 12,000 people watching.
12,000 people.
yeah. Literally. And it was unreal.
That wasn't the best he's had. He's had like 30,000 people watching at one point.
So what did you guys have to do in these 2 4-hour shows?
Sell tickets to his show. So the whole show, basically the first 3 hours is free, although people are tipping because they want to get the girls to do something.
There was other girls, and we would dance, or we'd do silly little tasks.
Or it was like tip 90 tokens for the girls to get spanked, 1, 2, 3, and you'd have to spank them with a spank paddle. And it was just tips like that all the time. And the first 3 hours was just like that, constant.
It was exhausting.
It was
bright lights. It was just like...
And then they'd sell tickets to the show. Ticket was 25 quid or 25 euros or whatever it was. And then obviously Chatterbait gets their cut and whatever. And
the show was all of us then wanted to see certain things. And then the big finale was like, I wasn't expecting it. I'm laying on the floor. I was laying on the floor. The girls are like getting fucked, and this girl just pisses or squirts.
She squirts but about like, 8 foot.
But it's like a fountain, and it literally landed on me, and I was like,
she got really angry. Like she was like this.
So angry, and it was live on TV, and I was like,
she wasn't expecting it.
I was like, oh my God, and it stunk, and I was like,
oh my God, is that clip anywhere for people to watch?
Yeah, it's probably
it's still for sale somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd love to see you try not to get angry.
And he even said after she got really angry, I was like, no.
Yeah, he did actually say
horrific.
So how many girls were there?
There's 3 girls.
3 girls.
Yeah. Okay, there's not that many.
So you saw how much money they were making. Why did
were you on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got paid.
So you and the other guy, and then 3 girls.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I was picturing like 15 girls.
But that night again, that night again, he had this black guy had a big fat dick, like Tommy Slade, probably actually bigger, and it went in my throat.
Well, you got tonsillitis the next day.
Tonsillitis, and I had to go to hospital, and I couldn't work the second night because my throat was so bad.
I had to hold the fort up, didn't I?
Yeah, he had to hold the fort
I went in
up.
and performed instead.
Yeah,
so your throat got used?
No.
Sharing tonsillitis
with the other girl.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
so I just got throat from big fat.
Yeah,
it's not even worth it.
So how come you didn't copy their model if they were making so much?
We did,
and we started doing it. And with the first night, we done 500 quid, and then we kept on doing it, and we realised actually it wasn't the line that we wanted to go down. So we decided.
What's the most that you guys were able to make off Chatterbait?
Oh, honestly, we did it maybe 4 or 5 times, didn't we?
Yeah.
So about 500-600 quid a time.
Yeah,
okay.
That's still very good.
No, it's good money.
But the thing is, we did watch other people's Chatterbaits, and it was getting the other girls in. It was getting the other people in that people wanted to watch.
It was also building up an audience over time. It's like a podcast, right? You've got to build it up. It takes a long time to sort of get going. And
so, did you get paid $2,500 for the show? Did you get any of the what they made? No,
that was the organisation.
That was the sickening bit. But then that's what.
That's the fair game, you know.
That's the business.
Yeah, you got everything paid for.
Yeah, we didn't.
But they built everything up over the time.
I just got throat. It's fine. And I was poorly for ages. But yeah, if we got a call now to do something like that, actually, this time last year we wasn't earning as much. I wouldn't do the shoots. I don't do the professional shoots anymore because I don't need the money. So we bought a motorhome last year. So we just thought we'd invest the money that we've got and create new content on the road. And we got a bang bus, and we started like.
It's an 8-meter motorhome that sleeps 4. It's quite a big one. You know,
yeah,
it's a decent size one. And we go around and
pick up hitchhikers.
Pretend to pick up Kayla.
Damsel in distresses where like they've broken down.
Oh, you need somewhere to come on.
And they're
warm.
like soaking wet.
Oh, we'll get
from
you
the
dry.
Rain.
Yeah.
So Ben drives the bang bus around, and then we pick up hitchhikers on the way. Yeah. People that are broken down, like broken down their cars, or if they're in the rain, they need some help.
And what will you do?
We get them dry.
Okay.
Normally wet, and then we
them.
might have to. Yeah. Look, the best way to stop hypothermia. I don't know if you know this is legit. You can Google this, right? Is to stop hypothermia is skin to skin contact.
Okay.
So we like take their clothes off.
Listen,
okay.
Just for your safety, we need to perhaps get under the covers.
Okay.
Skin to skin.
Are any of them too nervous?
Well, they've all said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all jump in.
And are any of them dirty? Like, have any of them got dirty?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't put their dicks in my mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the rule. I don't need tonsillitis.
I think more girls have been in than guys, actually.
Yeah, I've only
Now I
had.
think about it.
Oh. Oh no, I've had lots of BBC in the Bang Bus.
Oh, that's true.
Really?
It's always a good one. Yeah.
What about the industry? Do they have a lot of dirty?
Yeah. So it's put me off the industry because so me and Ben, we're quite business minded, right? So what we found out that in the industry, and it's made me not like it as much. So this time last year I was all for it. Like, yeah, this is going to be so much fun, collabing with loads of people. But then it's kind of like, there's people out there that are wanting a shag, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rather than work, they want to make me, they want to make me really enjoy it.
They haven't got a big audience.
They want that connection, and I'm like, I just want the scene. Like, I literally
we're just trying to be professional about it, and they're maybe in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
we want to work with professional people all the time that just turn up. Okay, what's the scene? Okay, let's go. Let's get it done. 3 or 4.
I don't think there's a lot of professional people in this industry, though, is there?
So, I've worked with a few.
Yeah, Pascal was good, really good.
He was a really good worker.
We went to Belgium for that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but out of the majority you've worked with,
out of the people who generally just do OnlyFans,
maybe 80% are not that professional.
Yeah. And 80% I would not work with again, which is probably why this year I've literally been like, right, I'm going to be selective with who I work with now, because before I was just like, yeah, let's do everyone.
We've got some people that if they say, look, we've got this shoot on, would you like to come over? Then we're more likely to say yes, because we worked with them before. They're our type of people, that kind of thing, you know. So,
what's been the biggest horror story you've had with a collab?
What that we've actually done, or that we've heard of,
that you've actually done, or you've actually experienced? Have you ever like met someone and thought, "Wow, this was a mistake"?
Oh,
depends what you're thinking of.
You've had some. Yeah, so we work with anyone, right? We don't really care. Well, like, if you're a size 8, own it. If you're a size 16, own it. Don't catfish us and be like, yeah, I'm a size 8 and turn up at size 16. Like,
oh, really?
Like, the catfishing is unreal in the industry.
Okay.
Like,
so bad.
I just
think, oh, she's hot, and then when she turns up, you're like, oh, damn, man.
So yeah, there are 10 on.
Yeah, there are 10, and then they turn up, there are 6, and then you go, right, okay, AI is going to help a little bit on the video, but this is different because I'm here and we've got to try and get it on, and maybe I'm not as attracted to you as I was to your pictures.
Yeah,
you know?
That's interesting.
Have you ever not been able to get it up because
I reckon every single man has struggled.
Can I just do something?
Go on.
Got bogey. Sorry.
That's love. That's love.
Sorry.
I reckon every single man has struggled, and every man that we've ever worked with as well, even some of the good guys, you know, recently that we've worked with, and that they've all gone, oh, yeah, I'm struggling a bit here, and
because he's watching.
And sometimes it's because I'm there filming, and I've done this with a camera, and I've just, because I know what it feels like. It doesn't matter, like. Women and men, it's very, very different in porn, right? For men, there has to be an element of realism because they've got to get it up, and there's got to be something real. Women, it doesn't have to be like that. They literally can open their legs and pretend. Yeah.
There's a lot more pressure on guys.
There's a lot more pressure on guys, and a lot of people don't realise that. It's much harder for men.
And just in normal as well.
Yeah, probably, because you've got to get it up.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people in the industry now are taking on to using Cavaject, jabbing their things.
Cavaject,
yeah, they're jabbing their.
They're jabbing their.
So we went to Amsterdam, the XBiz Awards, and we do collabs. And there was a guy, he literally had marks on
his all over his.
Where like he's literally doing collab after collab.
Yeah.
Say 8 girls a day, and he just jabs his. So it's rock solid. So he doesn't really feel anything. He's just basically shagging the girl.
It's like it's not even enjoyable. It's uncomfortable. Well, you fake it.
Yeah, with some of them.
Or some people fake it.
But some people can just be like Tommy Slade.
Tommy just goes again and again, you know.
Oh my God.
Yes. Crazy.
20 minutes later again, 20 minutes.
Tommy's like...
He's on it.
Tommy's a D.
He's a bit of
He's a top D.
He does well.
He does.
I think we're done there for today.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on.
No problem.
Some crazy stories, both wham still. Nice to see. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment.
Yeah. And we're not too bad, are we?
They're nice guys. We've not had a single issue with them. So
we haven't left the building yet.
All you girls, yeah, we wait to see what happens. But just say yes and get on it. Don't worry about it. Be all right.
Awesome. We'll see you in the next one.
See you later.
Peace.